Hello, welcome to another version of Mr. Shea talking at some screens. That's what it feels like when you sit alone in a room talking at a screen. Anyways, welcome, one and all, from near and far. Here in Trinidad and Tobago, I'm not sure why you're watching these videos, but, well, enjoy them. Alright, before we start, we got a shout out, mhearn603. I'm not sure who you are, but you have fantastic Instagram pictures so far. That rhymed. That's great. Been posting some sweet hashtag Lawrence History pictures. They're gonna get excellent bonus points on the next test, which is approximately a week and a half away. Oh my god, we're so scared. You'll be fine. Alright, back to business. Good job, Emma Hearn. Mass Bay Colony. We live in Massachusetts. It's a lovely place. So we're looking today at where and who joins all of these pilgrims that are living in Plymouth. Alright, so we have a group called the Puritans. Puritans live in England, and they have very strict beliefs, similar to the Pilgrims. Pilgrims are separatists. They want to break away from the Church of England. Puritans, on the other hand, they want to purify the Church of England. They see it as needing to become more strict. It's kind of faded into corruption. And one man that they see as a big problem in it, well, he is an important man in England. His name is King Charles. King Charles I. King Charles I ends up marrying a woman named Henrietta Maria of France. She is the daughter of the King of France, thus the reason for marriage. Now, marrying someone doesn't usually arise such anger. However, this woman is the daughter of a Catholic man. So you have a lot of people in England suddenly worried that the Church of England, the king is the head of the Church of England, is suddenly marrying a Catholic woman. Well, it's all going to the dogs. So Puritans and other religious groups are concerned as to the state of the Church of England. They really want to make it better, well, in their minds. So what they do is, well, they decide to leave. They decide to head to the new land and create their own settlement where they can be away from the corrupt pressures of the Church of England, yet still act under it. They secure a charter. They secure a charter from King Charles to allow them to settle in Massachusetts Bay in New England. New England called New England because they're coming from England. Massachusetts because it's named after the tribe that lived in the area. Now, King Charles wasn't particularly fond of the Puritans, namely because they're quite critical and of him, but the belief is that he simply thought this group applying for the charter was a commercial company. He wasn't quite sure or knowledgeable that it was mostly made up of Puritans. So a man named John Winthrop, he is the leader of this whole shebang. John Winthrop, he is a lawyer, so he has some money to back it, which is why he becomes the governor. And he leads, in 1630, Winthrop and 700 other colonists are on board 11 ships, and they sail to Massachusetts and settle in what is today Boston, and many towns around that bay. If you look on this map here, you have many, many towns in this area, all the way up to Ipswich, and Plymouth we see is already there. So in just 12 years, you have approximately 10,000 colonists that come settle here, mostly Puritans, but you have a lot of ordinary people as well. You have people that are young, you have people that are old, but for the most part, young people are relatively the minority of the Massachusetts population. Men to women ratio, we're talking early on 4-to-1. So you also have, of course, a few intermarriages with the native population, but for the most part, later on it evens out. Puritans, they are there to make money. They are being funded by a joint stock company. But one interesting point or difference of this is the shareholders, the people that are investing in this venture, are not in England. The people that are putting money into this come over to the Massachusetts colony as well. There's the first colony where you have shareholders that are not over in England, which is a big change because now if the king becomes upset with the colony itself, he can't very easily access those shareholders. He must communicate them by letter. So whereas other colonies, if he wants, can very quickly track down the people responsible for the colony. In this case, the people responsible for the colony are already over in the colony. So keep that in mind when we talk about why Massachusetts, especially, later on becomes one of the leaders of revolution.